Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining me for another weekly moon update for June 5th through June 11th. We have a last quarter moon week this week. However, since we just had the full moon, we still have a lot of energy available to us because we don't have the last quarter until Saturday. So, we've got a waning gibbous moon. So, when the moon is a gibbous, and it's more than half full. So we still have a lot of light and energy. You're still able to see the moon in the sky. So when you're coloring in your moon phases, you're just slowly increasing the right side to make it darker so that we have a half dark, half light moon on Saturday. So you're just slowly increasing this. I'm using a blue um, marker today. This allows you to still see the zodiac sign through, for example, on Friday, you can still see the Pisces symbol through there, so that you still can see what sign it is every day. I'm also using a blue color because we have an Aquarius moon and a Pisces moon. So Aquarius is an air sign, but it's the water bringer. And then we have Pisces at the end of the week, which is a water sign. And that's why I've chosen to use the Healing Waters deck for our Oracle card this week. And then after we pass the last quarter here, you're going to start shading a little bit more than half. And that brings us to a waning crescent moon at the end of the week. So, some exciting things that you might want to mark on your calendar this week is we're going to have just a regular Tarot Tuesday this week on Tuesday around 8:30 p.m. on Twitch. And then we are going to have our watch party and Discord. We are starting the series Legend of Korra because we just finished Avatar: The Last Airbender, so I'm really excited to start that with you guys. And I think we're all going in first time seeing it, I think. So that's really exciting. Those are the two things that you want to mark on your calendar this week. I think I might change things up a little bit next week, but we'll talk about that then. Mostly because I thought that the live streaming on YouTube was somewhat successful, so I'm trying to figure out where I can squeeze in another YouTube live tarot stream. But exciting things to look forward to on Tarot Tuesday on Twitch. I hope you can join us. Is that I am unboxing yet another deck. I know it seems like we just unboxed some decks, which we did. But this is a deck that I supported on Kickstarter back in December of last year. So it finally came in the mail a day after my Hay House box. So we've got this to unbox, and we also I'm going to reveal the story of this dragon. So lots of reasons to come hang out with us live on Twitch. So I hope that you can join us. So let's jump into the energy of this week. At the time that you're watching this Sunday, we're still in that full moon energy. We're still in Sagittarius energy until I think around 11:30ish. Sunday night is when the moon starts to transition and goes into void of course. And that will have us waking up at 3:31 a.m. with Capricorn energy on Monday. I think that when we're still in that Sagittarius energy, you can still work with the full moon energy because, like, even if you look up at the sky tonight, it's still going to look full. It's still going to be big and bright and powerful. And then on top of that, it still has that Sagittarius fire energy. So you can still work with full moon energy tonight. If you didn't have any energy last night, I personally burnt out over the weekend, and I'm only bringing this up. I know I've been chatty already today, but like, I'm bringing this up because I think I finally concluded why I suffer from exhaustion so much. I'm going to have to go back and look at my mood tracker and see if I had written down the last few times that I've had heat exhaustion and seeing if they were around a full moon and particularly around a fire full moon. Um, because yesterday I was working in the garden all day. I was drinking tons of water. I at least had 64 ounces of water, but I still ended up overheating and going to bed with a migraine, which is very, very, very difficult to deal with if any of you have ever suffered from heat stroke before. It happens to me quite frequently. So I'm no stranger to it, but I'm just like, I was drinking like, I had 2 of these. These are 32 ounces. I drank at least 64 ounces, and the reason I say that is because I know I had at least 8 to 16 ounces before I actually went out in the sun, um, because I know I at least have 1 glass of water when I wake up in the morning, and then another glass of water while I was, like, getting ready. So, I know I had a lot of water, but I'm wondering if it's because I have a Sagittarius stellium in my chart, and then I'm also have a Leo sun, which is just all this fire energy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna see. It might just be a coincidence that it just happened to happen around a full Sagittarius moon, but I'm gonna go back and see in my moon trackers if that uh maybe could have something to do with it. Anyways, so I went to bed at 8 o'clock last night with a migraine, so I didn't get to do any full moon stuff. So I think I'm gonna do that tonight. So yeah, if you didn't get an opportunity to do any full moon stuff Saturday night, then we're still in that Sagittarius energy, so we can still harness that energy. So do it if you must, because Capricorn's gonna swoop in really early and take those goals, dreams, things that you aspire for or were illuminated for you on the full moon. And Capricorn's like, okay, let's get it done. Let's get this stuff done. I love having a Capricorn moon on Monday because my mood and energy fluctuates so frequently. I just like having a day where I can just like get everything done that I need to get done. That way, if I'm not feeling up to it or if I'm not feeling well throughout the rest of the week, then it's okay because I already got so much done on Capricorn days or whatever days that you particularly feel good. So, for example, this week we have a Pisces moon at the end of the week. If we get all of our stuff done on Capricorn days, then we can just chill out on a Pisces day, which is what Pisces wants to do. We're going to be in Capricorn energy for Monday and Tuesday. And then on early Wednesday morning, around 4:42 a.m., we move into Aquarius. So this energy is going to help you do things differently. Aquarius energy might affect you differently, so that's why I always encourage people to look at their chart, even if you don't have any planets in Aquarius. Look and see what house your Aquarius sign rules. But for me, Libra energy, which is another air sign, is that breath of fresh air that we get when like the weather cools off in the fall. And Aquarius energy is that it's also like very refreshing, like, but it's a different kind of energy that I feel gives me the relief or the excuse to just do things however you feel that you should be doing them, in the sense that it's very unique to you. Just be unique and you do you kind of energy. Be that person that you know you are, that you might mask every now and then, that you might downplay a little bit. Like just be you. Just be uniquely you. That's the message of Aquarius energy. Because if we don't do things differently, then we're just going to be the same. We're just going to have these same things happening all the time. If you don't make your family the way that you think that your family should look, and if you don't make your career the way that you think that a career should look, if you don't raise your children the way that you think that they should be raised, then like how are we ever going to grow, change, or evolve? Aquarius energy encourages us to evolve and do things differently and do things for the betterment of the collective. Don't just jump on the bandwagon because everybody else is doing it. If something feels not right for you, don't do it. Aquarius encourages you to do the right thing, and to do the good thing, to do the humanitarian thing. So Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to be in this energy, and just do you on Wednesday and Thursday. That way, when you're just being your own unique self, then you can float around on Friday in this Pisces dreamy energy because you're in flow. When you're doing things the way that it works for you, then you're able to just splash into that water energy on Friday and just float around in it, enjoy it, like bask in the goodness that is you and just that feeling of being in flow. So 6:14 a.m. Friday morning is when we jump into Pisces water. And we'll be in that energy for Friday and Saturday. Then on Sunday, as we're closing out the week and getting ready for our next week, we've got some fire energy coming in. Some Remember, Aries is the sign that starts us off in spring. So this is jump starting your week on Sunday at 9:21 a.m. We'll have that energy all day Sunday and also all day Monday, next Monday. To recap the week elementally, we are putting our roots down, putting our goat hooves down, and climbing that mountain with very firm steps. We are checking things off our list, getting things done with earth energy on Monday and Tuesday. Then we can start thinking about things a little bit differently. Um, with air energy. Air energy is mental activity, thinking, and but also expressing. So how can we express things differently Wednesday and Thursday with air energy? On Friday and Saturday, we've got water energy that teaches us to go with the flow. Allow yourself to be a little bit emotional if you need to be emotional. Allow yourself to dream a little bit if you need to dream. And that's water energy on Friday and Saturday. Then Sunday, we're amping up the heat, taking action on things, getting things started, adding some creative fire to our Sunday afternoon. And that makes this week starting off grounded with earth, flowing a little bit up with air, splashing down into some water, and then peaking up again with fire. So, again, we are using the Healing Waters Oracle. This deck is new to me. So, we have Immerse Yourself, Training, Learning, New Hobbies, and Passions. When I first pulled this card, it made me think of the Sagittarius moon and how we're still in that Sagittarius energy. If you're watching this at the time that I am premiering it, because Sagittarius helps us, likes learning, likes training, learning new things, exploring new things, new hobbies, passions. So this kind of had a very I haven't read the description yet because, like I said, this is a new deck to me, but it had kind of a Sagittarius energy to me. Follow your desire to study and learn. Dive into what fascinates you. Immerse yourself in the topic that captivates you most. Maybe there's something you're passionate about that you're called to deepen your knowledge of through study or learning, or something you want to experience more fully. You're being encouraged to increase your wisdom and to experience life in a deeper way. To follow your passions and embark on some kind of higher and deeper learning, what are your interests? What would you like to learn more about? What topic fascinates you? What could you talk or read about without getting bored? Which field are you most interested in? What makes you come more alive? Maybe you're being called to consider a new career or explore the possibility of training in a new field. Maybe you're being called to simply surrender to your passions and dive even deeper into them in your spare time. Education, whether traditional or experimental, can never be taken away from you. Knowledge can open the mind and light up the soul. What do you what do you want to understand more deeply? Is there something you've been considering studying, whether in a structured way or more experimentally? Is there a course or program you're interested in? Is there something you're longing to explore for yourself? What piques your interest? What could you learn about without getting bored? And the soul inquiry is what interests you or makes you come more alive. These are all the types of things that I feel like maybe the Sagittarius full moon illuminated for us. And now this week kind of helps us figure out, or actually the next 2 weeks, like figure out how can we go in that direction? How can we create more time to learn something new, to try new things, and to learn new ideas? We also have this Aquarius moon this week that can help figure out new ways to do things. Just like at the beginning of the year, Aquarius season teaches us, okay, how do we go about doing these or how do we go about doing the New Year's resolutions or plans or goals for the year? How do we still allow ourselves time to rest, relax, and rejuvenate, but still fill up our lives with all of the things that we have to do, but also the things that we're interested in? And our chakra card is freedom of expression. Banish fear and judgment now. Let it constrict you no longer. Know that the expression of your highest truth is protected and supported by spirit. Speak your authentic wisdom with conviction and courage. Rest assured that doing so will bring you to where you are meant to be. Share your truths from a place of loving compassion so your worlds land with the intention you use to compose them. This is a throat chakra card. The crystal is lazulite and the herb is chamomile. What's really jumping out at me is that I really felt like I couldn't stop talking about Aquarius when we were going through the the moon energy for the week, and I was just like, why am I talking about Aquarius so much? So I think what this full moon in Sagittarius has really illuminated for us collectively is reminding us that life is an adventure, and we've made it 6 months through the year already. And at the beginning of the year, we have these fresh new ideas and we like can't wait to jump in and start a new year with a clean slate. But then, we get stuck in the daily grind of doing the same thing over and over again. We wake up in the morning, we go to work, we come home, we have dinner, we go to bed, and we forget that even if that is our regular routine and schedule that we have to commit to in order to make our basic needs, we can still read a book at the end of the day and go on an adventure in our minds and our imaginations. Or we could take an online class at the end of the evening, or even maybe waking up an hour earlier before you have to go to work. Um, I feel like this is a reminder, and the full moon in Sagittarius in general is a reminder of, wait, life is meant to be spent living. We're supposed to have these experiences and learn new things. And um, I feel like the next few weeks, again, like I was saying, like I've said in previous videos about how this shift of having the new moons at the end of a season really puts more emphasis on the full moons, because the full moons is really what is like illuminating the thing that we need to set intentions or plan to do for that next new moon that we will have in a couple weeks, which will be in Gemini. And it's interesting too that Gemini is also an air sign, and the my keyword for Gemini is expression, and particularly expressing joy. So I think this is also a reminder that we're in Gemini season. The Gemini new moon, however, will be closing out Gemini season. So this full moon, I think, is illuminating or did illuminate for us the reminder that life is an adventure and to seek out those things that allow you to explore, learn, and create. Um, so immerse yourself in training, learning new hobbies or passions this week. And don't be afraid to say it out loud. Banish, if you need help banishing the fear and judgment, go back to the new moon and Taurus exercise of uh, changing those automatic thoughts that we have that come up that might be have judgment, fear, or doubt underlying them, and changing them into these more positive expressions of, yeah, I want to experience this. Like find that enthusiasm and that joy with within life this week. So thank you so much for watching. Please check out my new video where I recount my top 3 times I got stuck in the rain stories. Please go and give it a like or a comment and let me know what you thought of that video. And remember, if you are a subscriber on Twitch or a Ko-fi member, you have an exclusive behind the scenes juicy details that goes with that video and those stories that I told you. That's just something you can check out this week. I hope we can see you for live tarot readings on Twitch on Tuesday. And then we're also having a watch party in Discord. So I hope to see you sometime this week. Thank you so much. And we'll see you on the other side of the looking glass.